We have our chickens for eggs. I have the goats for milk. I'm raising a hog for meat. I'm growing a small food garden. And we have the horses for riding. I built my own cabin. And this is Becky's homestead. I'm Becky. I used to live in the consumer rat race just like you. But one day I had enough, so I sold it all, moved to the country, and built my own log cabin with my own two hands. Now I spend my time discovering new ways to live a simple, healthy lifestyle with more free time and way less stress. Then sharing what I've learned with you. Welcome to Becky's Homestead. I want to start today by reading you this letter from Cassandra. And she says, Becky, I have been following your blog for several years now. When I first discovered your videos and website, I was a young girl of 12. Now I'm almost 18 and preparing to graduate from high school. In your very first episode, you took a tour of your homestead and showed your viewers what you had accomplished up to that point. Over the years, though, you have added animals to your ever-growing family and made many changes. Is it possible to take another tour of your homestead in one of your future videos so we can see how you've grown in the past 5 years? I hope you will continue to inspire everyday people for many years to come and be a role model for future homesteaders. Sincerely, Cassandra. Thank you. That was so sweet. Well, stay tuned because right now I'm going to give you a tour of my homestead and show you some ideas that you could use on your homestead. Let's go. Okay, we're going to start with the chickens. I'm going to tell you the size of the cages I made and how many chickens I have, and generally just describe everything you see here on my homestead. I built a 40 by 40 pen out of leftover material, so I recycled, which I love to do if I can do it. And then I measured over 10 feet and put another fence, so the chicken coop itself is 10 by 40. The goat pen is 30 by 30. So just so you know the size, and you can see how big it looks plenty roomy for the animals. I have in my coop, I have 11 chickens actually. So this one right here, it gets in and out of the coop, as you can see. When she wants in, she jumps in, and when she wants out, she jumps out. So they're very nice chickens. They're very healthy in this size coop. They have plenty of room. I have so many eggs. I give them away to people and obviously cook with them myself. So this is it. This is the chicken coop. And if you walk down here, I'll show you. It's important to have a little house for them that has a roof, because if you have several rainy days in a row, they do stay under here to keep dry. I built my little hut out of recycled material as well. The size of the little roof hut is 10 by 10. So it's pretty big. I like to have it tall enough so I can walk in there without bumping my head or having to bend over. So I have a pretty big door on it that I made, and I can just walk in my coop. I like to come in here and make sure they have enough food, obviously. Check the eggs. I can look at the perches and make sure the perches haven't fallen down or are broken in any way. And generally just have a good look around in the coop. So it looks very good in here and the hens are very happy. So it's a very, very handy, easy setup. So after you build the initial coop, it just will last for years and years and years, and you can enjoy your chickens and your eggs. I highly recommend it. And then we just come around the way. I have it set up like this for convenience. I want it to be if I don't have a lot of time, I want it to be very fast and convenient to care for all the animals. So these two I have side by side. They share one fence. Everybody gets along. There's no problems. So in this 30 by 30 little pen, I have my 2 dairy goats, and we just have Neil, our little potbelly pig, because we love him. Get down, girls, and go get the bread. In the middle, I have a little covering for the animals in case it's raining. They all 3 have plenty of room to go under there. And the goats also go on the roof. They love to climb around, so I've made them a couple little things to climb on. These 2 small dairy goats are Nigerian dairy goats, and they should provide our family with enough milk. I'm new at this, so we'll find out about that this spring because they're both pregnant. So I put all my animal cages in a circle, so then I just can walk across the driveway and we come to the horse pasture. We love our horses. We use our horses a lot. We ride and drive. They're a very important part of our life, and we love them all. So I like to have them right here in the yard where I can see them at all times. When I come out the door, I can see them. We like to be friendly with them. We like them to be friendly. Charlie, come here. And again, they have a little cover in case it rains. You know, the horse, we live in Florida, so none of the animals need a big covering. Just a little something if they feel like getting under there for shade or to get out of the rain. But they do seem like they like the rain. Okay, so that's how that works. And it's just making a circle in my yard around my cabin, kind of. You want the last little piece of bread? Oh, Doodles, I don't have any more. Okay, so as you can see, they're very friendly. When they see people, they come right up. We don't have any problems catching them because we do have them close to the house. And they're basically, well, they're jealous of each other, so they do that. But, you know, they basically come right up to us. They're kind of looking for a pet and a treat, which makes the animals nice and easy to catch and no problem at all. And if I keep walking over this way, we do like to have 2 pastures just in case we have to separate. So there is another small pasture right here on the side of the big pasture. And then we keep coming over this way, and I have my hog pen. So when it's time to feed, I can just make my circle, and this is like my last stop on the circle. This over here is my 16 by 16 hog pen. And as you can see, I have a big hog. He's gonna go to the slaughterhouse in 4 days. He's ready to go. But he looks very happy and comfortable in here, and he has plenty of room to dig around and sleep and eat and drink. And even though we plan on eating this pig, we still treat him nicely, and he has a little bed over there to get into if it rains. Which he doesn't get in there very often, but if it rains for a couple days in a row, I have seen him laying in there. So they're pretty thick-skinned and dirty. He's pretty gross. And then right on the end of the circle over here, I just walk over here, and I have my little shed, which is very handy because I have all my feed for the animals and my buckets, tack for the horses. It's all very convenient right here. It's a very small shed. I try to keep everything on the homestead to a minimum. I don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff to have to organize and take care of. So I have a very small shed with our horse tack and our feed right here. And we try to feed as natural as possible, a simple, healthy diet for the animals so they all stay nice and healthy. I find warming them is very important. So I'm a big advocate of warming your animals well. They don't eat as much food if you warm them too. So then comes the courtyard, which I do want to make my courtyard bigger. The courtyard has turned into a very, very nice aspect of our homestead. We do a lot of stuff out here. It's so handy and so nice. I mean, it really makes you want to come outside. Just to come out on the courtyard is so nice. And I have big plans for this. As you can see, there's a little extra stone. I have to keep going. It is a work in progress. And then on the edge of the courtyard over here, I'm gonna have just a few things that I grow. I haven't turned out to be the greatest gardener in the world, but I do grow a few things. So onions, potatoes, tomatoes. And like I said, I love to recycle. So here is my old chicken nest box that I recycled, and it's gonna be 8 tomato planters. So, well, a few peppers too. So I'm gonna use this, and it looks like it's like a very nice height, and I'm just gonna fill it all up with dirt and manure and hay, and then just plant my tomatoes here this year. And I love the height actually, because my chicken who gets loose, my one chicken, she will not be able to get in here and scratch the dirt like she does in my onion bed. I had to put a little fence around my onion bed because they're such a stinker. They will come and just dig any dirt they see. Like if they see me digging somewhere, she wants to come and dig there. So this will be the perfect height. I won't have to worry about that at all. So this, I hope this grows good tomatoes. I'm hoping it turns out good. And then I do have my blueberry bushes that I planted, and they're doing so good. I get blueberries on them, and you need 2, and 2 of different species because they cross-pollinate. So they told me that when I bought them, and then I did buy 2, and it works because we get blueberries every year. And another thing is the chickens will eat the blueberries too. So that is a kind of a problem we have every year. As soon as they're ripe, we have to hurry up and pick them because it's a race. Who's gonna get it, the hen or me? So sometimes she beats me to it, but it's okay because I still love her. And then I have a little lime tree here, which I must say, baby lime trees are tricky because you do have to cover them. The frost will kill them. This did get a frost last year, and it did almost kill it. It wasn't a heavy frost, so thankfully it came back. But they're a little tricky and they need care. You have to cover them when it's gonna be a frost. And then over here, this as well needs to be covered, is a little fig tree. So my little fig tree's made it through the winter and it looks good, it's still alive, but it just started out very small, so that's gonna take a little while to grow. I did want to say one more thing over here. I want to show my milking shed that I'm in the process of building. That's in part of the Homestead Circle. That's convenient, so you don't have to go too far to do your homestead chores. It's going to be right in here with a tin roof, so when it rains, I can just come from the house, get the goats, come right in here, do my milking, and then put the goats back in the pen. So I'll be able to keep things clean and tidy in here and hopefully make the milking as clean and easy as possible. So my design is this is going to be open as a window, and then this is going to be covered, and then on the interior here I'm going to have a nice long shelf to keep whatever I need. And then my milking stanchions will be against this wall, which I'm going to be working on this very soon. These were just a few things that I do on my homestead. It's on a small scale. Nothing is too big or overwhelming or extravagant. Nothing was too pricey, and yet everything here gives back something. It's a nice little homestead. I can manage it all on my own. And so I hope that you can incorporate a few of these ideas on your homestead.
Sign up for Becky's Homestead newsletter. Go to beckysHomestead.com and sign up on the right. You'll get articles, news, and specials from Becky every month. Unsubscribe anytime, no spam.
Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions, please email me in doodles. Happy homesteading. Bye-bye.